Good afternoon, DC. I'm Luke, and here's your news for Thursday, September 11th. Attention juniors and seniors, please check your email for an invitation to apply for a membership in NHS. All juniors and seniors with above a 3.5 unweighted GPA are eligible to apply. Students must request a faculty recommendation from a trusted DCHS faculty member. Deadline to submit applications and faculty recommendations is September 15th at 3:15 p.m. Any questions, see Ms. Stone in 216. There's an FCCLA meeting in room 124 today starting at 3:30 p.m. For more information, see Ms. Selby. The chess club will meet on Friday from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m. in the Media Center. For more information, please see Mr. Driscoll. Now a word from Ms. Powers and guidance.
Hi seniors, I'm so excited to have the opportunity to speak to you all today. I've heard from so many of you already, and what I've noticed about the class of 2026 is that you are excited about applying to colleges and earning scholarships. So it is evident in the amount of you that I've already spoken to in person or via email, and I look forward to doing that with more of you all. I wanted to make sure that the whole senior class is aware of a few opportunities and things at hand. So first being parchment. The first thing that happens when you apply to a college is they're going to ask you to send your transcript to them. And the way that you send your high school transcript is through parchment always. And that is the case for all student athletes as well. For NCAA, you use parchment as well. So if you go back to your Daviess County High School email, you will see several times we've emailed you from parchment. So search the word parchment. There's a link in the email that says finish setting up your account to send your transcript. Now, click that button. You're going to enter in just a few personal things, name, address, and then order transcript now. You can start typing in the college, add, and you can send more than one at a time. If you have any questions with this process or you need some extra help, you can stop by my office anytime and see me or Miss Lewis. Both of us are able to help you with that if you run into any issues. Let me know. Next, local scholarships. A lot of people want to know, how do I find money to go to the college of my dreams? One place is on our school website. That is where I will post all local scholarships. So if you go to Daviess County High School's webpage, in the top right-hand corner area, it says menu. If you click on that and go down to guidance, you will see the very first thing, if you click that plus sign, is scholarships. So there is the link to any local scholarships that I know about so far. You may see some national scholarships because some of you are so eager to get started that we include those as well. Those are legit scholarships. You're just competing against everyone in the nation, whereas when we get closer to time and there's different memorial scholarships or say Independence Bank, those are local to our region, so someone in our area is going to get those, whereas some of the other ones that are national, someone in the nation will get those. So think of it that way. However, speaking of money, the biggest money comes from the college in which you attend. So it's important that you pay close attention to deadlines. So I am excited that you have been so eager to get started in this process because deadlines are quickly approaching, believe it or not. All applications, a lot of them in the state schools, are going to be December 1. So you have to have everything turned in before that. That means your fee payment, your application, any essays that are due, anything that they ask of you has to be completed by December 1 to be eligible for the merit money. And when I talk about merit scholarships, those are ones that most state schools offer for like all students. If you have, say, a 3.75 or higher, maybe at the University of Kentucky you get $5,000 for provost. That means all of us that have that unweighted GPA would get that scholarship. So when you look at your Daviess County High School transcript, you're looking at grades through your junior year. So that's all that would be on there right now. So that unweighted GPA in the top left is what you're looking at to say, what is mine and where do I rank? So Murray State does it a little different. They'll say, like, we'll pay 80% if you have this and this. So a lot of schools are still test optional, which is great. So that means more students are getting money usually based on GPA alone. Some you will see get to competitive. And so that means if we all have a 3.8 and say a 24 or higher on the ACT, we're all going to compete for that. So it's important that you apply by the deadline to be considered for those things. Later on with those competitive, sometimes become invites to interviews. Those are happening as soon as December and then early spring. If you get an interview and you need extra help, I'm happy to talk with you on that, kind of what to expect, what kids have told us, and we can even do like a practice round where we ask you some questions to get you used to talking about those things in a small setting. So let me know if I can help with those things. Also coming up so soon, and I know you've heard Coach Brandon on the news and emails talk to you about September 17th. It's a big day for seniors, so get excited. That is next week. We are asking that you RSVP to the college kickoff. You should have at this point gotten a postcard invite in the email, in the mail, as well as in your email, and there is a QR code where you can RSVP. That gives us a number of head count of how many to expect with your family for food, and it also registers you for some awesome door prizes. We're going to be on stage talking to you and your parents about all things college and some of the things I mentioned here and much more. And then at the conclusion of that is when we're going to give away some awesome door prizes. So I think we have 20 that we shopped for earlier this week, and we're really excited to show you and to award you with those to get you started in your dorm setup for next year. Also on the 17th, earlier that day, you're going to be jumping on buses with us and heading to the regional college fair. And that is where lots of colleges have already told us they're going to be there. So that's a great opportunity for you to meet the college admissions counselors. Why should you care? Those are the people who often, if we go back to that conversation about competitive scholarships, those people often sit on the committee that decide who gets it. So back to the scenario of, let's say we all have a 3.8 and a 24 or higher. We all applied to, say, University of Louisville for their competitive scholarship. That person may be the one reading your essay, and they may have 100 applications to go through, and if they remember you or a kind conversation or maybe a great follow-up email that you had with them, that may win you that scholarship. So make good use of your time while at the college fair. Sometimes we see students just kind of clumping around in a circle and not really talking and engaging the college admissions counselors. I want Davies County High School seniors to get all the money, so I want to see you all making connections with those counselors, both there and actually those same people will likely be at our college fair portion of the college kickoff night, September 17th, that evening, when I'm doing a session for seniors and your parents. That also is going to be going on in the lobby, as well as a Kia rep talking about paying for college and where all the money comes from, whether it be a loan or a grant. That will happen in the media center, and we're just really excited about that night. And we're going to feed you a meal that night, give away prizes. We're really looking forward to spending time with you and your families that night. And I think it's a benefit to all, whether you're just starting to think about college, you don't know what you're going to major in, or you know where you're going and you're just looking for money. Like, all varieties in between. We're going to have military representatives on hand too. If that's something that you're considering, you can talk to them with your families that night as well. And also, speaking of paying for college and the FAFSA, we're going to be having that FAFSA is going to open for seniors this year, October 1st. Through the past couple of years, we've seen the FAFSA application process go through several changes. So maybe your parents have already gone through this with a brother or sister, or maybe it's brand new to you. Either way, there's been a lot of changes. You can spread the word that October 1st is when the FAFSA opens. And that's important because some people will find there that you get grant money, which is just like scholarship money. It's money that you do not have to pay back, but it's also a way for you to earn or apply for loans that you may need in order to pay for college as well. And again, Brandy Forker will be here the 17th to talk you through that and decisions you might make with your family surrounding that. Also, the last thing I will say is Kids on Campus trips. Coach Brandon has emailed you many times about that and the opportunities. They're exciting and coming, and we have so many campus visits that you can take advantage of here at school. That's a great way to hop on a bus, ride with us for free. A lot of times lunch is included as well. Get on campus, see what it's like, and if those opportunities don't work out for you, know that you can also take them on your own with your family. If you check in with attendants in the front office in advance, I believe they want 48-hour advance notice that you're going to be doing that. It is an excused absence for 2 visits, and you fill out the educational enhancement form with that. So take advantage of getting on campus when they're in session so you can see what's going on when the campus is alive and well. It looks a lot different than if you just tour in the summer when maybe class isn't in session. So if you have any questions or need help with any part of this process, that's what I'm here for. And also, last thing I'll say for seniors, if you're applying for a scholarship and it asks who your counselor is, that question can be confusing sometimes. If you're A through D, I've always been your counselor, but for senior year, I take care of all students for college application purposes. So if you're applying through the Common App, you're going to list me. If it ever asks for any thing for a scholarship or college application, you're always going to list me. So if I can help you in any way, please come see me, send me an email, send me a Smart Pass. I'm excited to talk to you about your future and help you in any way I can. Have a great day. Go Panthers.
All DCPS students and their parents are invited to attend College Kickoff on Wednesday, September 17th. This event will be hosted at Davis County High School and will be open to all DCPS seniors. Doors will be open from 5 to 7 p.m. and seniors and their parents will be able to learn more about the college application process, scholarship deadlines, and other vital college planning information. For more information, see Coach Brandon in the CCR Center. Frost Fest will be held today from 5:30 to 7:30. There will be free food, free giveaways, free entrance to the football game, music, Kona Ice Truck, and more. Be sure to have your student ID to get into Frost Fest. Be sure to eat at Donato's on Monday, September 15th, as they will be donating a portion of sales back to the DCY Club. Be sure to show them the flyer that is on the weekly update. Attention seniors. Start making plans to attend Senior Sunrise on Wednesday, September 17th at 6 a.m. on the football field. Picture Day will be held on Thursday, September 18th. The early registration deadline for the October 18th ACT test is this Friday, September 12th, to avoid late fees. If you prefer to test at DCHS, you will need to select paper testing when registering. DCHS only provides paper testing on national test dates. Any questions, stop by guidance. Attention AP students, AP exam registration is now open until October 31st for anyone enrolled in the first semester AP course. Each exam is $35 and the money can be turned into guidance. 2024-2025 yearbooks are in. They can be picked up in room 136 before or after school. Here's what's going on today after school. There's an FCCLA meeting taking place at 3:30 in room 124. Frost Fest begins at 5:30, followed by the freshman football game against Owensboro beginning at 6 p.m. The Lady Panthers soccer teams are hosting Ohio County, starting the JV game at 5:30. The Panthers soccer teams are traveling to take on Owensboro, starting with the JV game at 5:30 p.m. And the Lady Panthers volleyball teams are hosting Edmonson County with the freshman game starting at 5:30 p.m. As always, stay classy, DC.